One of the organizations that has been instrumental in pushing these Republican candidates like Jack Ciattarelli and Winsome Sears in Virginia is AMAC, the Association for Mature American Citizens, rallying their members. This is why you need to be a member like I am, by the way, folks. I want to bring in now the editor-in-chief for AMAC Newsline. Shane Harris is with us. Shane, welcome back to the show.
Thanks so much for having me.
All right, let's talk about New Jersey. Jack does have a few of what his opponent would call problems. There's some controversy there, but he looks like he's in a spot where he could win. Your thoughts on the New Jersey race?
Yeah, so it would definitely be an upset, right? I mean, New Jersey hasn't elected a Republican in a long time. That being said, what we've seen in the Garden State over the last few cycles is that it's been getting closer and closer. President Trump lost pretty big there in 2016, came a little bit closer in 2020, came even closer in 2024. Jack Ciattarelli, the current candidate, lost by, I believe it was 3.5 points 4 years ago to Phil Murphy. And I believe that he's facing a weaker candidate this time around. And so I think there's a real chance there. And I'll tell you, even if Republicans can't pull that out, if it's just close, that doesn't send a good signal for Democrats heading into the midterms next year, because obviously these off-year elections are always looked at as sort of bellwethers for where the country is nationally.
Yeah, it sure does. Now, in Virginia, conservative powerhouse Winsome Sears, she's been just an absolute superstar. She's running for, in the governor's race there. Abigail Spanberger is another one that continues to endorse this Jay Johns, who needs to drop out. He's running for AG. He's the one that texted, hey, we should shoot the Speaker of the House's kids and cops so they could feel that the policy needs to be changed themselves. Winsome Sears asked Spanberger about the endorsement during the debate. Listen to this.
You have little girls. What would it take him pulling the trigger? Is that what would do it? And then you would say he needs to get out of the race? Abigail, you have nothing to say? Abigail, what if he said it about your 3 children? Is that when you would say he should get out of the race, Abigail?
Now, I'll say this. Either she froze or that was a very bad plan of attack on behalf of the Democrat. She needed to answer the question. She didn't. Would you want that person sitting in the governor's chair? In my opinion, absolutely not. Your thoughts on that race now, Shane?
Yeah, well, I think that clip you just played there, that's the awkward silence heard around the Commonwealth of Virginia. I think that's going to resonate with a lot of people. It's already being rolled out in Republican attack ads. And what we're seeing in Virginia is actually quite astonishing. If you look at the polling in the race, early in the summer, Winsome Sears was in a fair bit of trouble. But since this Jay Jones scandal has broken into the mainstream, Earl Sears has been able to make up a lot of ground, and that's a real race now. It's neck and neck. And I think what you're seeing happen is that there was this perception out there that Abigail Spanberger was a very disciplined politician, that she was a strong candidate, but her failure to respond to this controversy, her failure to call on Jay Jones to drop out, I think that's kind of opened voters' eyes to a lot more flaws that Spanberger has. Sometimes this happens in races where one controversy kind of gets people to pay a little bit more attention. They start realizing other things like, oh, Abigail Spanberger supports allowing men in women's sports and locker rooms. Oh, Abigail Spanberger voted for $7.3 trillion in inflationary spending. And I think that's what we're seeing happen right now.
Yeah, I think you're right. And sometimes you just got to call bad out, even if it's from your own party. Lord knows we do it on this program. I'm calling out Republicans all the time. Hey, I'll tell you what, you guys do such great work at AMAC Newsline. I love the AMAC magazine. I love the organization in general. I'm going to tell people how to join. Shane, thank you for coming on. And here's what I want all of you to do. Go get a 5-year AMAC membership. And guess what? It'll only cost you $35. Go to amac.us/grant. You get AMAC magazine, access to real money, savings, discounts, and you become part of a movement that is taking the country back. That is amac.us/grant.